and welcome back to Ship of Fools, a nautical D&D actual play podcast. My name is Hannah McLean, and I am, as always, your dungeon master on this nautical adventure. Joining me today, I have Andy Latai,
Finn Fisher,
Nolani Stevenson,
Regin Starkweather,
and Taylor Wallace.
Malachi Kassir.
And we are back in the Lunluma Ocean, and, in the middle of deep shit, as usual. So, let's do a little recap.
Oh boy, do I know.
Let's do a little recap, and then we can dive right in. So, last session, the party was, half the party was breaking their way out from the bottom of Dr. Retval's facility, while the other half of the party was breaking their way in from the top. Finn, accompanied by Ben and Shiloh, managed to dispatch the guards who'd been left behind in the arcane cannon room, and then started making his way down the tower, where he met up with Regin, Alden, and Malachi coming up from below.
And Nira.
I knew I was forgetting someone. Too many fucking guys in this tower. The group reunited, and you had your reunion moment and briefly tried to come up with the best possible plan for getting everyone safely out of the tower before AAA finishes blowing it up. As you can still hear the sounds of the active ship to tower battle raging outside, along with the noises of the massive thunderstorm that is also still raging outside.
I don't think I realized that was happening.
Yeah, add that to your
nice.
mental
Nice,
image of what's going
nice
on.
touch.
Yeah, there's a big thunderstorm.
Cinematic.
Ben, sending to Nell and was able to verify their location. So then Ben, Alden, and Shiloh split off to go get Nell and then meet up with you guys, who are supposed to be going through Retval's labs in order to hopefully find an exit, because you're pretty sure that there's gotta be some sort of secret back exit out of these labs, which is probably going to be the safest way for you to get down. You also still need to find Regin and Malachi's arcane focuses, which you have not found yet, and the adventurer had told Ben and Shiloh and Finn to also get kind of any information you can get about Retval's weapons, as well as if you need to destroy them in a way that is better than the tower collapsing, or basically just find the weapons that he's been making to help further Lipios's goals. You guys, accompanied by Nira, broke your way into the lab, where you found yourselves immediately face to face with some sort of fucked up cat thing, which lunged at you and attempted to kill all of you. You managed to wound the cat severely enough that it was prepared to flee from you, and you then directed it out the door and toward the battle that is raging below, where it probably will cause some
Carnage.
destruction. So you guys are now kind of catching your breath, bloodied in this sort of animal lab of some sort. There's like a bunch of cages here with like various animals in them. Finn has this fish thing in a tank in his hands, I believe.
I think I put it down during the fight, but
Yes.
now that we're done, I'm gonna go check on him.
Hello. Oh, you okay?
No! Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Hey, at least one of us is doing alright, you know?
Yeah, glad it's me.
Love this guy.
Well, I can't fault you for your honesty.
There's an exit on the other side of this room that the cat was standing in front of, that is now.
As I'm talking to the fish, I cough up some blood and a little bit gets in the tank. Oh, sorry about that.
The fish immediately swims up and, like, slurps all the blood.
Yeah, that tracks. More where that came from.
Honestly, at this point, there's not that much more where that came from. I've been bleeding a lot.
Okay, Finn, do you still have the, potions? We've got a minute, probably.
Oh yeah, so I have the espresso potions, and I've got these other potions that Shiloh gave me. Potion of clairvoyance, potion of heroism, and potion of frost giant strength. I do not have any healing potions.
All right, well, we'll sniff the shots. We'll sniff the shots first.
Okay, yeah.
Finn, take this. I have a greater heal that I'll give to Finn.
Oh, thank you. How much is that?
44 plus 4.
All right, so I heal 13 from that.
Nice. And yeah, you guys have... Nothing will interrupt you for a minute if you want to sniff the espresso shots. You are going to need, I believe, 2 minutes because...
There are enough of us.
You've drank one of them, and there's only 2 espresso shots left. So you have to take... 2 people can go first, and then 1 person can go after. Nira would too, except she doesn't need it, frankly.
Yeah, how do they work again? We just sniff them and it's a short rest?
Yeah, we just waft.
Yeah, you waft the fumes, which smells like coffee and like,
Poppers.
Yeah, other sort of... There's like almost like a spicy scent to it, just like sense of invigoration.
All right.
Nero will spend this time kind of like looking around at the cages, and also she's going to... I don't remember if she did this last time, but if she didn't, she will pick the lock. I don't think she had time before, so she will pick that lock. The 2 minutes will give her plenty of time to do it. And you guys can each short rest.
I pull out one of those espressos and I take a big, deep inhale.
Yeah, so Finn gets spell slots back. All of you can use hit dice, and then Malachi, you get your channel divinity.
Which I still haven't used.
Yeah. So, if you'd like, Taylor, you can use the, Tasha's, whatever it's called, Channel Divine Power, I think, and spend your Channel Divinity to get a spell slot back, and then re-get your Channel Divinity on the short rest.
I forgot about that. Yeah, hold on one second. So here's the thing, Hannah. Are you going to be nice about this? Because it says as a bonus action I have to touch my holy symbol to regain the spell slot.
Wow.
Oh.
Why would you bring that up?
Yeah, wow. This is... yeah, that sure is in the feature.
You gonna tell her we had homework, too?
Listen.
The rules of the game. I'm
not going to cheat.
Um...
If I cheated, Caleb would be dead by now.
I think I'll let you do it. That's fine.
All right. So I'm going to have all my spell slots.
Finn has a brief pink elephant moment during the minute that he spends sniffing the potion, and then he snaps back, and he's back up to 42 hit points, baby. He's feeling good.
Nice.
And he does a little jig in place just to show that he's re-energized. Ah, man, this stuff is great. They should bottle it. Oh, wait.
All right, I'm up to full.
Okay. So you guys sniff your espresso shots. You kind of regain your sense of vigor. Nira picks the lock on the door and kind of like turns around to face you guys and is like,
should we listen at the door first?
oh, you look a lot better. Well, are we just going right through, or do we... She like kind of like looks around the room and she's like, I don't know if there's anything in here.
Can you hear anything?
She will put her ear up to the door and listen. She kind of like listens for a second and looks back at you guys and shakes her head. She's like, I don't hear people or fighting past there, which is probably a good sign. The whole tower kind of like shakes as you feel like another, what is probably like a cannonball impact from the ships outside. And you can still kind of hear the sounds of the battle raging below, as well as a crack of thunder.
Finn, you said you had other stuff to help us out here?
You mean the potions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, while we have a moment's respite, I think we should figure that out now.
Elaborate on that.
I mean, we should drink them now, probably.
Really?
They last an hour.
I guess. I don't know. It feels like maybe don't drink them until we're in the shit.
I feel like that's just going to cost an action in the shit.
While they're doing this...
Or a bonus action in the shit.
While they're doing this, I want to start breaking locks. I want to start busting cages.
Cool.
Reagan, that's a bad idea.
How about no, not yet.
Are Regin busts open the first cage. What,
I hold it closed with my mage hand.
I'm gonna let Regin do this while you guys are talking. What kind of animal do you think you would like most?
I'm gonna let that bird thing out.
Cool. You open the cage with the weird bird thing that I described last time and don't remember how I described. It just kind of like flaps out.
I think it had hands or something.
Make me an animal handling check.
10.
10. Okay. With the 10, it kind of like looks at you, and for a split second you think it might like fly at you and attack you, but instead it just kind of like flaps up like over by the ceiling, and then it makes a loop around the top of the room, and then it starts to dive bomb Finn's fish.
No!
Well, I'm just gonna keep on doing this, so we're gonna have to open that door
No.
sooner rather than later.
No, Finn is intervening.
See, I was going to do that before the one that had escaped tried to kill us.
Regin, stop.
No, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not leaving things in cages here.
Let us get through the door first.
Well, we can open the door any damn second. You were haggling about potions. The door's open.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes, Nira's opening the door.
Nira unlocked it.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's go then.
Well, let's drink these damn potions.
I run through the door with my cradling my fish protectively.
What the fuck are you doing?
Nira kind of like
Finn!
I'm leaving before I get eaten.
beckons Finn over, and the two of them quickly duck through this door.
God.
Taylor,
I'm just like standing like a foot through the doorway now. I'm not running
Yeah.
away.
Taylor, are you following, or are you?
I guess.
Okay, the three of you duck through this door. No, Lonnie.
I wanted all of them. I want free to aminals.
Yeah,
Well, you might want to open another door then, because they're not coming in here with us.
give me another animal handling check.
We're just gonna kill each other.
16.
16. Okay, that's pretty good. Then
I don't think that they're all friends.
just roll a d20 for me.
11.
Okay. With a 16 animal handling check and an 11 luck check, you let all of these animals go. You only get bitten by one, as this, like, kind of
fine
like
with that.
snarling, like, dog that appears to have, like, a exposed brain just, like, attached to its back.
So true, this guy.
Like, jumps forward and bites you. Let me roll to hit. Yeah, that'll hit. You take 6 piercing damage as this thing chomps into you, but all of the other ones either miss you, or you're able to duck around them, or you just are able to kind of be like, nice kitty, and they don't attack you. Are you opening the door to let them out into the stairwell, or are you just leaving them in this room?
I will crack the door to the stairwell.
Cool. You crack the door to the stairwell. Nothing, like, immediately goes through, but as you cross back across the room to get into the next room, you see, like, a curious little, like, this kind of, like, enormous centipede thing, like, scuttles across the ground and nudges the door open, is kind of the last thing you see as you're stepping through the door into the next room. Before you guys start talking, let me describe where you are, and where some of you have been standing for, like, a minute now. You come through the door into an even bigger room. And you kind of immediately, Finn, as you're stepping through and sort of starting to pull the door behind you so that these creatures won't come after you, you kind of immediately go, oh, cool, this is a weapons lab. Especially off to your left, you see more of these arcane cannons like the ones you saw in the room upstairs. These just like big, that look kind of similar to the cannons you're used to seeing on ships, but are outfitted with like glowing crystals, and very clearly like this arcane technology. And one of them, you actually notice, a big one standing on the end, has a cube kind of sitting on top of it like a power source.
Like a cube?
Set into it like a cube. You're like, oh shit, that thing looks familiar.
Oh my god.
So that's kind of what's along your left. You also see some smaller cannons that like almost look like hand cannons. They seem like they would be pretty kind of bulky to operate and would take like 2 hands for someone to operate them. We're like not quite to the point of guns yet, but definitely portable. Like a soldier could pick this up and carry it with him into battle, and then like set it down and fire it, or even potentially fire it while holding it. You also see kind of on this wall, so that's off to kind of the whole left side of this circular room, there is a door set into off to the left side there. Off to the right side is even more kind of cluttered. You see there's like a counter that runs along the edge of this half of the room. And then in the middle, there's like an open semicircle. There is what looks like an operating table lying kind of like right in the middle of that open semicircle. Nobody or nothing's on it, and it looks perfectly clean, but it is there. There are then kind of against the wall, you see a whole bunch of just kind of like random arcane shit. There's like a bunch of weird looking items, things that you guys recognize as being spell components. You see just like various spell components, some kind of just like scattered around, others organized like very neatly. And in fact, I think when you first enter, it's kind of overwhelming and you're like, wow, everything is just kind of scattered around. But the longer you look at it, the more that you realize that like everything is in a very particular space, even if it's an organizational system that doesn't necessarily make sense to you. You also see kind of stacks of like books and papers and one other thing of note, which I was going to say Regin would recognize, but honestly, I don't know upon stepping through the door if your eyes are just glued on that operating table. But if they're not...
everywhere but. Everywhere but.
Actually, I just want to say, Regin doesn't see the operating table because as soon as we walk in, I fire an Eldritch Blast at it and then, like, kick the rubble around so that he doesn't see it.
Aw, that's really sweet of you.
You see a destroyed operating table.
No, you see some pieces that could be an operating table, or they could be anything. Who knows?
But who's to say? It looks so different from the room back in the Dermator prison. That could just be some rubble as an accessory.
It could be a nursery.
But your focus, your arcane focus, is lying on a space of this countertop.
Just Reagan's?
Just Reagan's. Yeah, it's lying over there.
Hey, look!
To get more details, you have to walk over there.
Regin, look at that, and don't look at anything else too closely.
I shut the door behind me so that hopefully all the creatures escape back out the stairwell. Mm-hmm. Unless any of them were, like, particularly cute and cuddly and, like, wanted to come with me.
No.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna approach the countertop, but, like, I'm expecting there to be, like, a force field or a trap or something. So I'm like...
Yeah, I know. Finn, can you ping detect magic and see if there's anything?
Oh, yeah, I turn on Detect Magic.
Yeah. Cool. So you turn on Detect Magic. Oh boy, is there magic. It's like...
You guys aren't gonna believe this!
It's almost overwhelming as you're seeing these magical auras around kind of like everything here. Not literally everything, like the books mostly aren't magical and the papers and stuff like that, but a lot of it is. Of particular note to you would be, I think, there is a line of kind of abjuration around the entire room that you guys have already stepped over.
Good.
There is...
Wonderful.
All of the arcane cannons are magical somehow. The cube is blasting magic at you. Not literally, but like as you perceive, it's like an overwhelming...
I was like,
I'm down to 0 hit points again!
It like drowns out kind of everything else in the room.
Wow, rude.
You notice that there's several items are magical. You don't notice, like, other than that kind of circle around the edge, you don't notice anything, like, in the middle of the room that would ping to you as, like, a trap. And you don't notice anything, like, around Reagan's focus. There is, like, a box, set on the counter, that A, looks like it's locked, and B, is definitely radiating some kind of, like, protective magic.
I think you're good, Regin. Just don't touch that box.
we should take that box, probably.
Oh, we should take everything.
Oh, yeah. Malachi immediately runs to the component wall upon seeing that his focus is not here.
Yeah.
And Finn goes to the random magical trinkets shelf and is just stuffing them all in his pocket.
Okay, so I'll resolve. So, Regin, you walk over toward your focus.
Shiloh's not going to believe how many magic items I have now.
You note that the hagstone is still on the chain or on the, like, rope, whatever you have. But the dragon tooth that is your focus that you got from the Dragon Isles is off the chain, like as if it was removed and kind of set to the
dude, that tooth is off the chain.
As I went to say it, I felt the words in my mouth. But other than that, it doesn't look like it's been damaged or anything. It's just sitting next to it.
I scoop them up.
Okay.
and then I turn on my heel, and you guys remember how I stole that bucket?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start putting papers in the bucket.
Was the bucket down in the closet?
Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah.
With my things.
Wow, I knew it would come in handy.
Wow. Everyone go back and in every single scene of this podcast, mentally edit in a bucket, if needed.
Regin has been carrying a bucket since Still Sky, just in case.
Yeah, you sure have.
Do you have it, like, tied to your belt, or are you holding it in your hand all the time?
I'm only holding it in my hand when I want to feel coquettish. But yeah, I just want to start shoving anything and everything that we can see that we don't have, like, into my bucket so my hands can be free.
Delightful.
I grab whatever components I know that I would need for my spells.
Oh, also the cube!
We should be careful approaching that.
Oh, don't worry. I have a lead box still.
Oh, sick.
So I put the cube in the lead box?
Okay, so as you go to reach for the cube in this kind of
Maybe use your mage hand.
socket in the back of the arcane cannon, it suddenly jolts to life, and is going to fire. I need a dexterity saving throw from you. I don't think you're in Malachi's aura.
I do want to point out, Finn would not have stood in front of the shooty bit when he was doing this, if that
That's
helps.
fair. You can make it with advantage.
21.
Cool. With a 21, you take 8 force damage as you kind of like get clipped by the edge of this, as you hop out of the way of it.
Ah! Do I get the cube, though?
Your hand is now on the cube. You have not yet pulled it out.
I pull!
Hey, you pull. The thing kind of like sparks again, but you've removed the power source, so it's not like it can fire again.
I run and duck behind a shelf. Behind a counter, I mean.
Cool.
Hey, can we turn all the cannons towards the walls?
Ooh.
So true.
Okay, sure.
Be very careful when you touch them, though.
Yeah, I mean, I do think, Malachi, do you go to touch one?
I mean, if it's just on contact that Finn got fired upon, I guess not. I thought it was when he touched the cube.
It's hard to tell. He was going for the cube, but he touched the cannon.
What if you use your mage hand, Finn?
Okay.
I think the mage hand can turn the, like, little cannons. The big ones are too heavy.
All right, that's fair.
All right. I mage hand turn all the little cannons. They're pointing to the inner wall.
Cool.
Or the outer wall? Wait, which wall did you mean, Malachi?
Hey, I have an idea that we should not enact until we are out of this place. But thoughts on turning the little cannons down the barrels of the big cannons and then...
Whoa.
Wow.
I was just gonna say aim them at the floor, but that could also be fun.
Yeah, but we want the weapons destroyed, is my thought. Or take them with us, but that's kind of a lot of cannons.
Back to what you guys had originally said about going for the... Finn, you were going for the fun little magic items, and Malachi, you were looking for components. Both of you can give me investigation checks.
6.
I have a 14.
Okay. Malachi, what are you looking for?
I mean, the components I need.
Yeah, but I mean, like, specifically...
Yes. Okay, so a little strip of cloth for aid.
Uh-huh.
A forked twig for locate object.
Okay.
Several seeds of any mood seed plant and a piece of opalescent feldspar.
Oh, get a load of this guy. Thinks we got feldspar budget.
It's Retval. He absolutely has a feldspar budget. A lot of my spells don't have components, so I'm just being thorough. Hold on.
I was mostly just trying to figure out, like, how many spells worth of components you're looking for.
Like, no more than, like, 5 spells, probably.
Yeah, I would say the forked twig and the piece of cloth, for sure, you can find here. I think there are some weird seeds, but they're not, like, labeled well enough for you to be able to be sure what you're looking for.
I just grab a couple of each.
Yeah, but you have... your locate object and your aid components. Finn, you find... First, you're grabbing just, like, a bunch of interesting-looking things.
Yeah, I'm not looking for anything in particular. I'm just taking everything I can get my hands on.
Yeah.
Is there a small parchment with a bit of holy text written on it?
No. Actually, straight up,
Wow.
that wouldn't be here.
Could you write holy text on a piece of parchment?
I don't know.
Finn, you notice a couple of things that kind of grab your eye in particular as you're scooping all this stuff up. First of all, you grab an emerald that kind of, as you hold it up, it looks like you see like water sloshing around inside of it. You also grab like a little slide whistle on a like silver chain.
No, Hannah, please don't give Andy a slide whistle.
This is gonna be hilarious!
And then you find a beautiful, like, ornate brass horn.
Wow, I'm gonna be able to make so much noise now.
Those are kind of the three things, and you're also just, like, grabbing a whole bunch of other random stuff that you don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Andy, the other thing that I will tell you that you kind of notice at this point, because you still have Detect Magic up, and it's what you notice now is faint enough that you didn't catch it immediately as you were sort of looking at like everything in this room that was glowing with magic, but kind of at the back of this room, like sort of between where the counter ends and where the like collection of cannons starts, you realize that in the blank piece of wall there is the faintest outline of a door, as if you almost feel like what you're seeing is like you're seeing magic that's coming from past this hidden door.
We got a secret door, guys!
Wonderful.
Great.
And then there is also the visible door, which is in the wall over by the cannons.
There's a whole lot of magic coming through right here.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
Okay, I'm just trying to be helpful.
I'm sorry I snapped Finn, but I hope you can understand I'm feeling a little bit activated right now.
I can.
Okay, you have your focus, you have your things.
I don't know what I have.
If I touch a small cannon, does it go off? Obviously, I know enough not to stand in front of it.
Yeah, I think the small cannons kind of like, as you go to touch them, you... Go ahead and just roll a d20 for me.
They turn to look at you.
Hello?
Man, the UX design on these is awful.
Well, I did roll a 6.
Okay, so as you go to touch one, it goes off. Make a dexterity saving throw for me with your own aura.
Hannah.
You can't... Sometimes dex is relevant.
Well, with my aura, it's going to be a 16.
Cool. You take 5 points of force damage.
Are you kidding me?
And as you look around, you sort of get the sense that like some of these are like more unstable than others. Like it's almost like you're looking at a set of some of which are prototypes and some of which are more finished products. So the prototypes are a little bit more unstable and are kind of going off at any unexpected contact.
I have an idea.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm not going to execute this idea now. Only once we are out of this room. I would like us to blast these cannons.
How?
Well, I could Eldritch Blast them.
With an Eldritch
Okay.
Blast, or, like, if needs be, Moonbeam them. But
Or if they're as unstable as they seem to be, we could just, like, throw a rock at them, and that would probably do the
yeah,
job.
have the mage hand push one into the rest of them.
Set up, like, a domino line of cannons.
Precisely. I want to position them all into each other's holes.
Wow.
Say that again?
Malachi!
You heard me.
Okay,
We'll stick the little ones in the big holes and we'll be done with it.
what are you guys doing?
Okay. I also want to see what's in this secret room. Do you think there's, like, a boss battle in here, or just, like, a little cool thing to look at?
So there are 2 visible doors out of here, including the one we came through?
Oh, yeah, including the one you came through. There's the one you came through, there's another one, which is on the wall off to your left, and then there is this secret one that Finn can see the outline of.
Can I put my ear up to the one that's not the secret one?
Mm-hmm. Make a perception check.
16?
Okay. You hear, well, you know, the ambient noise from outside, but then coming from the other side of the door specifically, you don't hear the sounds of fighting coming from this side of the door, but it does sound like you're listening into, like, a big room, and that it sounds kind of empty. Like, it always sounds like you're listening into, like, a big, somewhat empty room.
Interesting.
Nira kind of comes over to you, Finn, and she's like, "What'd you get?"
Ah, you're still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. Where else would I go?
I don't know. You do a lot of things that I don't expect lately.
Well, I'm just trying to make friendly conversation, and also I know about magic items.
Really?
Yeah.
He's an artificer.
Part of my thing.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Sorry, you were saying.
Well, what'd you get? Anything cool?
I don't know. I pull a handful of stuff out of my pocket and show it to her.
She kind of looks at it.
I point out the emerald, the slide whistle, and the trumpet too.
Yeah, she holds all three of them, and she, like, picks up the emerald and, like, sloshes the water around in it and, like, holds it up to her eye and up to the light, and she's like, there's something in this. If you smash it, something will come out. I can't quite tell what.
An elephant!
Well,
Water.
there's water in it, so...
Good guess, though, Malachi. Maybe it's a water elephantal.
And then the horn, she sort of whistles, and she's like, this is nice. Yeah, I've seen one of these before. They're, usually have, like, ghosts in them that'll fight alongside you, or kind of cause a distraction, but sometimes you can only use them once, so thoughtful about that. The slide whistle, she, like, picks up, and she kind of, like, looks at it closely, and then is like, oh, cool, yeah, this... Well, gonna make me obsolete. This can, like, open locked things. Limited number of times, and I don't know how many times it can do it, but at least one, probably.
Like, just by whistling at it?
Well, yeah, I mean, you blow the slide whistle and it opens, but it kind of makes a noise, so it's not as useful for if you're trying to sneak into somewhere, but if you just need to get through a locked door fast.
All right. Nice. Thanks.
She looks at the bucket of junk, and she's like, some of the rest of this maybe is interesting, too, but I'd need more time.
Hey, Finn, is that door locked?
Can I examine it and determine, like, what the deal is with the opening mechanism?
The secret one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an Arcana or Investigation.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, cool.
Arcana.
It is definitely sealed magically. You get the impression that probably there is either, like, a password that needs to be spoken, or potentially there could be, like, a button or something like that triggers it somewhere on this counter. But if there is, you guys haven't seen it yet. Yeah.
It's password protected.
Try door 123.
Door 123.
Nothing happens.
Anyone know the Elvish word for friend?
Try I'm a little bitch boy.
I'm a little bit... Oh! God damn it!
Oh, yeah, I guess I really wanted to hear Retval say it, not you. So.
Finn, with the 20 Arcana, I'll tell you, you also do feel like you could probably dispel it. The ward that's over this. Or not you, but, like, someone with Dispel Magic theoretically could.
Okay, but we could just dispel it.
Do we think I have time to put my armor on? I just feel like we're about to run into something rough.
I think so. And yeah, I gotta say, I feel fine about us drinking the potions now, too.
Cool.
Seems like sort of a portentous store.
Can we take a couple of moments?
How long does it take to don armor? If it's 1 minute, fine.
It's not.
If
It's
like
not.
If
10.
it's 10 minutes,
I think it's 10 to don, 5 to doff.
yeah.
And 7 to do kind of a sexy half thing. With, like, your arms out.
Yeah, it sure is 10 minutes.
Okay. So, if you want, you can make me an insight check.
All right. Yeah, I'll make the check at least.
Hannah, while all of this other stuff has been going on, is there, like, a desk, did you say?
Yeah, there's, like, a whole kind of, like, counter, and then next to it is a desk that's at more, like... There's a part that's more at sitting height, and there's, like, a chair there. Whereas, like, the part that Malachi and Finn are rummaging around are at more, like, standing height, almost.
Does the desk have drawers?
Yeah, I think probably there'd be at least some drawers, like, under this countertop.
Okay. I want to rifle through drawers and just grab anything that looks vaguely interesting.
Okay.
And I've been grabbing papers. I just wanted to check in the desk and just try and get as much of what looks like information or case files or whatever the fuck as possibly I can.
I'll grab some too, whatever Regin can't carry.
And then I'm going to take my dick out and I'm going to piss on it.
Okay.
Not the information, the desk.
Uh-huh. Yeah, for sure. You do that.
I cover Nurgle's eyes.
And I cover Finn's.
Oh, like he's never seen it.
Cool.
I so absolutely rolled a natural 1. So
On insight? Okay, cool. It takes 10 minutes to put on armor. That's the fact you know.
all right. No, I guess I'll be fine. No, we don't have time for this. Okay.
Do you want a potion?
Yeah. Give me the give me the strength one.
Finn is like leaning against the other side of a counter like a bartender with the potions out now. All right, I got heroism and strength. Malachi, you want the strong one?
I mean, that's how I attack, so that's probably best.
All right. But if Regin asks, it was your idea.
What? Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yep.
Regin attacks with charisma, I attack with strength.
We're on the same page.
Do you guys want to piss on any of this stuff?
I'm good.
My bladder is empty, Regin.
I like to keep the water inside my body as long as I can.
This is gonna be my first drink of the day, so.
I get a little sad every time I let it go.
What?
I think I've lost my minds completely. I'm surprised it took this long.
Malachi takes the potion from Finn, sees the toenail in it, and he just like glares at Finn like, really? Is this a bit?
I didn't make it. No, that's part of it.
Yeah, sure. You know, I'm gonna double check with Shiloh when we get out of here.
Please do.
Malachi plugs his nose and knocks the potion back.
Awesome. Okay.
Ooh. Wow, that one had a kick to it.
Cool. So, you've grabbed the components you need, some interesting looking items, Regin's focus, and a bunch of kind of like papers and stuff like that. You are left with the door that Malachi listened at that seems to lead into a big room, the secret door with magic kind of glowing from behind it, and then there's this box, which is locked and is sitting on the counter kind of among the other arcane implements. And then all these fucking cannons.
All right. What happens if we try and pick up that box?
I try it with my mage hand from a safe distance.
Yeah.
How far of a safe distance?
Whoa.
A safe one.
Across the room, Finn.
30 feet, but I am ducked behind a counter as I do it.
Okay.
I guess we do also.
The room is only 30 feet wide. Finn, you go to move it with your mage hand, and your mage hand actually can't move it.
Can I tell if it's just that it's too heavy or that it's like magically secured?
You can make me an Arcana check.
21.
It seems like your mage hand specifically can't move it. Like there's some sort of like it can't be moved by mage hands.
Well, mage hand can't move it.
All right.
Open it from the bottom, duh.
What does it appear to be made out of?
Looks like it's made out of wood.
Okay. And how big did you say?
It's like, so I'm calling it a box. In my head, it's like a big jewelry box. Like it's like
okay.
kind of tall.
Like a chest?
But smaller than a chest.
Okay.
All chests are beautiful.
Like the size of a microwave, maybe.
Wow. That's a big old box.
But taller.
That's a range.
Wow. Look at this box. I have nothing to compare the size of it to.
Nira.
Why are you saying my name?
You love boxes, don't you?
I do. You want me to try and break into this thing?
Don't die, but can you?
There's no way it's not trapped.
Nira likes box.
Well, yeah, that's why she wasn't going out with you.
All right, rude.
Really? Is that the only reason?
No. Regin still has his dick in his hand.
Yeah.
She kind of shrugs and she's like,
Well, I don't know. Will that... We'll just picking it up, not trying to open it yet.
you want to try? I'm going to stand on the other side of the room.
I was thinking you would try, maybe, but...
Okay, well, if I get hurt, you better fucking heal me. The rest of you stand on the other side of the room, then.
Hi.
Don't open it, just try and pick it up.
As we're standing over, I whisper to Regin, so is she like our prisoner or what? What's the situation?
I haven't the fucking foggiest.
She's doing penance right now.
Okay.
She sort of, like, looks over her shoulder. She's like, if you're going to be like that, I'm not going to do this.
I was whispering!
Please, Nira. Come on.
She will pick up...
Give it to your sister. Your sister's older.
She picks up the box, and there is a loud bang. If you guys are all kind of standing on the other side of the room, you don't have to do this. She has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
I start applauding rather sardonically.
Hey, was that door when I listened at it? Could I have also tested the handle to see if it was locked?
Yeah, no, it was not locked.
Oh, sweet. Well, since there's a loud bang going off anyways, I'm gonna crack that door and peek through there while she's doing this.
Okay, I'll resolve that in a minute. Okay, so she does not pass the saving throw, even though it's dexterity, which she's good at.
Oh, no.
She takes, low damage roll. She
Good.
takes 17 points of fire damage as this
That's
explosion.
low, huh?
Yeah, that's low. As this explosion ricochets out, and she kind of like stumbles back and goes, "Fuck! Fucking hell!" And is like
Oh,
patting out the cinders on her.
I get it. All right.
Well, care to share with the bench, Regin?
Yeah, it's remember when that thing exploded in at the public execution?
Okay.
So you're saying that Retval is the only person who can make things explode?
Okay. Did she manage to pick it up, or did she just, like, go to touch it and it exploded?
She managed to pick it up, it exploded, she dropped it.
Great. Okay. Well, that's that.
Try it again! Maybe it only works once!
Finn, stop. No.
I mean, it
Okay.
is possible that it only works once.
Huh?
Do you want me to do it?
No, I don't want anyone to do it.
I'd certainly rather you do it than I do it.
No one's touching the box. No box for you.
Wow. Okay.
Nira, like, backs up and puts her hands up, and honestly, like, exchanges kind of a, like, glance with Regin, like she tries to exchange, like, a glance of camaraderie with you, basically.
I just give her a little head shake.
Okay, not there yet? Not there yet?
I'm not over it.
All right. Yeah, while she did that, I wanted to take the tiniest peek through the crack of the door.
Oh, right. You creak the door open, and you see down into a massive room. Massive enough that you kind of, the first thing you register sort of in the back of your mind is like, this tower maybe doesn't obey rules of physics to the letter. Like, this should not, based on, like, where you are in the tower and, like, what floor you're on, you should not be able to look into a room that looks like the one you're looking into right now. And frankly, that door that Finn is seeing in the wall, like, that should be an exterior wall. So there's definitely something kind of funky going on. You see Malachi into a big, dark room. Your dark vision goggles and the light kind of coming from behind you will let you sort of see that this
cat eye sunglasses.
Yeah, that this room appears to mostly exist to hold more cannons. There are
Wonderful.
like, besides the ones you saw, you just see like rows and rows of like a couple dozen, maybe as many as 100 as you're looking through here, of just all of these different cannons
Okay.
stacked down there.
Okay.
You also think you see on the far side that there might be another door. And from this door down, you kind of like look, it looks like there's a ladder that goes down.
How far across is it?
60 feet?
Okay.
And it's probably like 20 feet down to the floor.
Hey, Regin, do you still have your message going with Alden?
Yeah.
Can we see what the status is there?
Hey, babe.
Or if you can still reach him.
How you doing?
You ping out in the general direction of where Alden's location is supposed to be, and you don't get anything.
That's a no.
All right. What's the range on message?
I can only go so far. It's 130 feet.
Okay. So it could be that, or it could be that they're somewhere where it doesn't work. No other options.
I also, like, it's like there's like
a wall rule or something?
a foot of something.
Like, maybe they're behind something, or they're in an anti-magic area, or
Maybe he's ignoring me. Why would he ignore me?
maybe so. Yeah. On purpose.
What?
Well, it's better than... I'm trying to stay positive here.
That's not positive. Why would he... He's wearing my shirt.
Okay. There are, kind of want to blow this room up, but we can't do that while our people are in the building, because this is...
It'll blow itself up.
What?
Huh?
Can we go? I don't like being here.
To Reagan's point, if AAA is setting explosives around the tower like they're meant to be,
right.
once they hit this room, it'll just magnify the explosion.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot they were going to do that. So that works. That makes Malachi's job so much easier.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's look at the glowing bonus room.
I guess so.
Hey, wait. Regin, can you dispel magic?
I can.
Okay. Wanna?
There's another room across the cannon stables.
Okay, yeah, there's another room right here.
I don't know how much I can. Takes a lot out of me out of character. I only have 2 slots at 3rd. Because I don't get shit back on a short rest because Wizards of the Coast hate sorcerers.
Hey, Nira, can you dispel magic?
Nope. I don't have 3rd level spells.
I can do it, but
Can I locate object for my holy symbol first for my focus?
Yeah. You cast Locate Object. You focus in on your focus. And you find it. It seems like it is behind you guys and a little bit up. You get the sense that it is like on the other side of the tower from you and up a floor.
Great. Well, I guess we'll get to that later. I know where it is. Like back the way we came, or?
Yeah, like back the way you came.
So, like, I can't visualize this, but I'm assuming it's somewhere that we could get to from here.
Yeah, you could keep following the signal.
Without going through, like, the main part of the compound?
Yeah, you would have to go kind of, like, out and up the stairs. Basically, it seems like it's low-key in the direction that Ben and Shiloh and Alden headed off in. It's, like, in that kind of general direction.
Interesting. All right, well, we're here now, so...
So you're gonna dispel?
yeah.
Nurgle, can you dispel magic?
He shakes his head.
I slap a hand where Finn tells me, and I cast Dispel Magic.
Cool.
I whisper to Nurgle, why did he say it in that voice?
He's going through some stuff, Finn.
Yeah, puberty.
You cast Dispel Magic, and you kind of see the... before this, you guys, only Finn had been able to see that there was even anything here. As you do this, you sort of see the outline of a door come into place around you, and you get the sense that you could just kind of, like, push it and kind of, like, slide it to the side.
Well, Regin and Finn, do you want to drink these other potions now before we go?
Yeah, well, not the clairvoyance one, but Regin, potion of heroism, you or me?
Finn, take both of them.
Oh boy.
Just do it, Finn.
All right. I take one in each hand and just chug them.
Okay, what are you doing with clairvoyance?
I told Shiloh I was gonna try this.
Okay, so you go under the effects of the heroism spell, and you're gonna do clairvoyance. Are you gonna do it just, like, past the door you just opened?
I feel like we should... Like, I feel like if we've already dispelled the magic on the door, it'd be a waste to not go through it, so we're gonna go through no matter what.
So true.
Okay, all right, yeah, then I won't use the clairvoyance.
Perfect, that's fine.
All right, I'm gonna save this clairvoyance for later, and I take the potion of heroism and I chug it.
Delightful.
I smile, and you've never seen my teeth shine so bright.
Wow. Cool.
You guys are standing in front of this door. Do you open it? And then also tell me, are you all just standing right in front of it, or are any of you going to stand back, and who's opening the door?
I think typically we try to avoid that scenario as much as possible.
I think this might be a mage hand situation.
I don't want to tell you what to do.
Yeah, we should all stand to the side and see if Finn can open it with Mage Hand.
Okay.
I try.
So are you all standing back or to the side?
To the side?
I'm to the side.
Okay. So you guys kind of move off to the side. Nira is going to move off to the opposite side. And Finn, you push on the door with Mage Hand. You feel Mage Hand is able to push it open and kind of slide it to the side. The room is now open. You're all standing to the side of the door.
I peek in.
Cool. You peek around into a very small room. It is only like maybe 10-foot diameter. Like this is like a very, very tiny little room, almost more like a closet that you've opened. There are only 3 things inside. There is, least interestingly, in the middle of the floor, there is a carpet. You only even notice it, Finn, because it kind of pings detect magic to you, so you're like, oh, a magical carpet. Interesting. But your attention is immediately diverted by the two other things that are in this room, which are these two enormous, like 7 or 8 foot tall crystalline structures that almost look like something between a giant crystal and like a coffin. They are transparent. Actually, not quite transparent. What's the word for like when they're sort of see-through?
Translucent.
Translucent, these kind of like amber colored crystals. Inside each of them is a person. So on top of each of them, like at the point of the crystal, on top of each one, you see a cube. There are these 2 cubes, one each on top of the crystal. And then kind of below it, there's these amber crystals, each of which have a person in it. The one that's to your right has a woman that none of you have ever seen before. She's very beautiful. She's like a human woman, has this long blonde hair that's kind of spurled out around her. Eyes closed, looks like she's asleep. And you notice that all of the like veins on her body are standing out. And they look golden. Like beyond the gold of the amber, you can see this kind of like almost looks like she's glowing faintly, although it's blocked by the structure around her. But like every single, like her body's just covered with these veins standing out and glowing faintly. In the other crystal, eyes closed, unconscious, is Nell.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing special we can see about them?
Is Nell glowing or is Nell normal?
Nell looks fine. They're not glowing. None of their veins are standing out. They look, as you kind of like process this and are like, what the fuck is happening? They look like they have like maybe like a bruise on their cheek and look like they've taken like maybe like 1 or 2 wounds, but they don't look like Alden looks. They look mostly unharmed except for the fact that they also look unconscious.
Oh boy.
Well, fuck.
What is it?
Hey, you guys think this is the real Nell?
What the fuck is this?
Who's walking into a trap here, us or Alden?
Nira?
Nira pokes her head around, kind of whistles and goes, what the fuck is this?
What is it? I haven't looked. I'm still standing beside the door.
Oh, I think it's some potential catharsis for Regin is what it is.
You stay out there, Regin.
Okay.
Malachi, think how good it would feel for him to break down these crystals.
Think how bad it would feel for him to see these fucking crystals, Finn.
What's wrong with the... What?
We found Nell.
What?
Nothing!
Stay out there.
All right.
We need someone to keep watch. Nira, get in here.
Nira's like, I'm not going in there.
Yes.
What is this? We've just decided to start sending Nira into all the traps now?
Yes!
Nira, I'm literally already in here.
I think that's fair!
I'm literally standing in this room.
Okay, well then I'll go in there with
But not
you.
on the carpet. I'm not standing on the carpet.
Cool. She like steps in with you and sort of like looks around. She's like, I don't really know what to make of this. Do you want? I bet I can figure it out.
Okay, well, you know more about magic objects than I do.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also want to examine this and do some arcana and figure out what's going on.
Both of you can make me an arcana check. And by one of those, I do, of course, mean myself.
Can I make one just for fun?
Yeah, you can. And Finn, don't forget that Nurgle can give you help on...
Oh yeah,
Whoa!
Nurgle,
Yeah.
consult with me.
Yeah, you can
I rolled a 19.
Woo! What does that come to?
A 19.
13.
Okay, 13 for Finn. Nira has a 16. Malachi has a 19.
Have fun justifying that.
I can do it. Nira sort of like looks between them. She's like, okay, these things are created to keep these people in stasis. Probably they're not, like, no time is passing for them. They are definitely unconscious. This one is older, and she points to the one with the woman in it. She's like, I think this was just done recently, which, you know, checks out.
Does the woman look like Nell at all, by the way?
Yes. The woman looks like Nell.
Thought so.
Nira kind of like points up to the cubes, and she's like, I think these had to be there when they were constructed. So, but I think if you were maybe She's like, yeah, I'm not sure. And Malachi, you kind of, like, in your head, like, complete her sentence, and you're like, we probably could take the cubes out and, like, deactivate them.
Yeah.
You also kind of, like, as you're looking at it, you think that because Nell's was done more recently, it looks like it would be easier to do. The one over the woman looks like it would be harder and possibly take more time.
Okay. I stick my head out the door. Regin, how do you feel about seeing people in stasis?
Wait, shit, fuck. Are you telling?
Yeah.
Hypothetically!
Hypothetically, of
All right.
course.
Give me 30 seconds.
I put a comforting hand on Regin's shoulder.
Regan does some deep breathing and like, okay, yep, all right, well, let's go.
Hey, Nira,
What?
does that look like Nell?
Yes.
Do you think that's like their mom?
Yeah, I think it could be. I knew that there was something up with her.
Why is she glowing golden veins?
Oh, what, your mom never did that?
Nira kind of looks between you guys, and she's more like, my bigger concern is, if this is Nell, who the fuck did Ben talk to?
Yeah, that's what I meant about walking into a trap.
Could he not have still talked to them?
If they're unconscious, sending wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, so okay.
Regin, you get through 30 seconds and poke your head around the door and see the sight that everyone else has seen. You don't recognize the woman, but you do, as you're looking at her, like, the way that all of her veins are standing out, that looks pretty damn similar to the way that your mom looked, like, shortly before the last time you ever saw her. Like, she would sort of glow from the inside out.
Oh, all right, so the person on the right is a mom.
Yeah, we didn't.
This is a natural part of the mom life cycle.
I mean, that's what my mom does. So that's
This
probably
is what
a mom.
all birth moms do.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a birth mom.
None of you would know.
Wow, yeah, I have no data to contradict this.
Yes.
Me neither.
Reagan says confidently, that's a mom.
Okay,
What do you need me to do?
so, hold on. Out of character. What was it that Alden had said about talking to Nell? Can you remind me?
Ben had said that...
Oh, Ben?
Ben had said that he had sending Nell and figured out where they were.
Oh, so that's even weirder, because you... hold on, I gotta look up spell sending.
Well, maybe Nell's not actually unconscious.
Well, but if Nell's really conscious in there, why didn't they tell Ben to come here instead of wherever he ran off to?
Yeah.
No. Hannah, how does this work? How can you sending someone who isn't the person?
I mean, Retval could cast like a fake sending shield.
Or Ben could lie.
Yeah, well,
I never liked that guy.
listen, I think everyone's suspicious. I just don't like to be right.
I think it is far more likely that this is magic sabotage by Retval than betrayal by Ben.
I don't know.
Henner, do I glean any more information by looking at these just because my peripheral knowledge of the work that Retval had been doing and my awareness of how natural people with magic, like, were?
Yeah, you can also make me an Arcana check.
A 14.
With a 14, you have not encountered anything exactly like this, and you didn't hear Retval, like, mention anything like this, but what you are sort of able to tell is, like, as you're looking at the woman, you're like, oh, she looks not okay. Like, it does not look like she was in an okay state when she was placed in this crystal. Like, she probably would have been in danger of... You're not quite sure what.
Oh, it's like a Mr. Freeze thing.
But, like, she was not okay when she was put into the stasis.
I'm getting the sense that she's been here for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing my assumption is that she was a preservation of life of some sort, or at least a preservation of her current state, whereas now seems like they might have just been stuck in here to be out of the way.
See, I'm thinking batteries.
Oh.
To what?
The Matrix.
Yes, the Matrix, but it doesn't make sense.
Because Nell wasn't magical.
Yeah, Nell's
Right?
not a spellcaster to our knowledge, but I'm feeling pretty confident that their mother is.
Right.
Perhaps even a sorcerer.
is there like any sort of thing that we can see, Hannah, regarding like these like things being like plugged into something besides the cubes?
You can make me an investigation check.
I'm also not gonna like discount it if there's not like a tube or something, because magic physics.
Yeah, my investigation is 15.
19.
18.
Cool. You guys can tell that they don't seem like they're actively connected to anything, and if anything, it looks more like the cubes are powering the crystals rather than the crystals powering something. Yeah, which isn't to say that they couldn't possibly be used that way, but it doesn't seem like right now they are.
Yeah, so we should take the cube, right? From Nels, at least? We
should take the cube from Nels, I think, for now.
Okay. Can I reach it?
You can't, and it looks like it's, like, kind of attached in. Nira, like, pulls out her tools, and she's like, I can unattach it if someone can give me a boost so I can reach it.
Okay, I lift Nira up.
Yeah, you just took that potion, so it's so easy. You can, like, hold her in one arm.
Malachi just, like, puts his hand under her feet.
Yeah.
Can Nurgle give her advantage by holding her tools for her up there?
She's like, oh, thanks, Nurgle. Oh, delightful. That is like a 25 for her. So she kind of gets in with her Tinker's tools and kind of like unsnaps them, and in a few seconds, she is holding the cube, and you guys kind of watch the amber, like, it looks like it's dissolving, only it doesn't leave a puddle or anything behind. It just sort of, like, disappears into the air. And Nell, like, collapses forward, like, onto their knees, basically. They, like, just barely manage. Yeah, you sort of, like, catch them as they're half falling. And they sort of, like, let out this big gasp, and they're like, oh my god, Regin.
Hello.
Nell.
Now...
when was the last time that we spoke to you?
Let them breathe. God, give them a second.
No,
I need to make sure it's them.
do you mean like when we spoke over the cloth, or when we spoke in person, or when you guys saw me get captured? Because those are all different times.
That works for me. Okay.
Are you hurt?
I think I'm mostly okay.
Yeah, as soon as we confirm it's Nell, I like just do a once over just to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, they're like a little bit beat up, but look mostly fine. They're sort of like looking around as you watch them kind of like take in the room. You guys, Nira, and also like listening to the sounds outside. You kind of notice that their eyes are like avoiding the other crystal.
Okay.
Okay. What's the situation? You're breaking me out of here? Good job.
Yeah, we're breaking you out of here. We're in Retval's tower. AAA is currently attacking, so we gotta get out soon before they blow the place to smithereens.
Alden?
We don't quite have an exit yet. Regin and I were in here with Alden.
Is your mom evil? Should we save her or not?
Don't open the crystal.
All right.
It's kind of a long story that maybe should wait, but if you let her out of the crystal, she'll die, so...
Well, AAA is planning on blowing up the building, if that influences your decision.
My father will have an escape plan, I assure you. There's an escape plan.
Damn.
And probably it involved, like, frankly, they kind of start, like, looking around the room, and they're like, so I was there, and she's here. And they kind of, like, they look back out, and they're like, the rest of the lab is here. There's probably, like, I bet this whole thing detaches, or he was going to lift it or something, but I don't know how that would work.
The rug on the floor is magic, right?
Yeah, we should take this with us.
Does that mean that he's, like, headed to this room right now, you think?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Okay. Other questions before we go?
Uh-huh.
First of all, do you know what this does? I point to the rug.
Yeah, it flies. We should take it with us.
Oh my god!
Yes!
All right.
Of course it does.
That's the exit plan.
Is there anything you need that we can grab before we go?
Nothing that matters.
Okay.
Did you get, like, my father's notes, information, stuff like that?
We've got what we can carry.
All in the bucket.
I hold up the bucket.
Okay, good job. Hey, wait. And they sort of, like, look between you guys as they sort of, something seems to occur to them. They're like, did Shiloh figure out what I meant? Did you tell her about the third step thing?
No.
Okay.
She remembered the story, but she didn't know what it referred to.
Rosie didn't either.
AAA's attacking?
Yeah.
Is the adventurer here?
Yes.
Yeah?
Something is wrong. Something's... I don't know. There wasn't time for me to figure out what was going on or to tell Alden anything. But I think the adventurer, she's doing something that she didn't tell us about.
Like something sinister, or just the sort of normal wheels within wheels thing that she does?
Like the sort of thing, I mean, did you notice my father has all these constructs and stuff here? That was never his thing. That's artificer shit. That's not the sort of thing he's done. And some of what Alden and I found on his ship was too familiar, and there's been information that my father had that he shouldn't have. I don't understand why the adventurer would give anything to my father. And so I don't... Like, they can't possibly be working together. That wouldn't make sense. I know her goals, that doesn't line up, but...
Well, it sort of seems like there might be some overlap there.
We need to go now.
We need to leave.
Okay.
But
hold that thought.
Here's the thing. So Alden, Shiloh, and Ben are supposed to be rescuing you.
Whoa. Who? Ben?
Oh yeah, he's alive.
Ben's alive.
It's a whole thing.
What?
Faked his death.
There's a lot to tell you. Long story. Short story is, they're here. Ben said he's sending you, and you responded.
No, I didn't.
So there's like an evil Nell.
So do we think that's a Ben thing, or that's a clone thing?
We need to go. We need to go now.
Yeah.
This is as we're walking.
Yeah, you guys...
No, talk on the carpet. We're gone.
You guys...
Well, no, we can't fly away. We have to go to the others.
So, couple points of order. The carpet is pretty big and is probably going to be slower than you guys can move. So you kind of roll it up real quick and throw it over Malachi's shoulder. Nero will be like rolling it up while you guys are talking. She heard magic item and was like, here I go. The noises of the battle are still kind of raging outside. Where are you guys going? You sort of head out.
I say we go out through the cannon room. And across to the other door.
As you guys get out into the lab, basically, like, just as you're kind of noticing this, Malachi, you're still concentrating on locate object. You feel your focus start to move, and it starts to go, like, up.
Like, fast, or?
Like the speed of a person moving quickly. Power walking.
Okay, my focus is going up. My focus is on the move. Now, is that something your father would have on his person?
Maybe, because your focus, he wanted it, what I picked up, he wanted it for some reason. He's figuring out some sort of information about your god? Does that make sense?
Yes.
I mean, I don't have any information, but yeah.
So, yeah, it's possible he has it with him.
Hannah, which direction does going out through the cannon room take us if we were to go that way?
Going out through the cannon room...
Like the opposite direction of where my stuff's going?
Low-key, yeah, because your stuff is going up and the cannon room goes down.
Well, there's a door across the cannon room, though, right?
The door is level with the floor of the cannon room.
Okay.
It is, like, down a level. Like,
gotcha.
You think that door is probably on the first floor.
All right, I don't really care about going down then, so should we just go up and out?
Yeah.
All right. Up and out, then, I guess. It's back the way we came.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I hold the fish tank very tightly against my chest.
You're taking a fish tank? Okay.
Of course I am. I'm not gonna leave him to die.
Nell, do you want any of this stuff?
No.
Okay.
Honestly, really not at all.
All right.
Can you run, or do you need me to carry you?
I can walk, yeah. They are, like, a little bit shaky, but they can keep up with you guys.
Malachi's, like, crazy strong right now, if that helps.
Yeah, it's true.
Go! We gotta go!
All right, we have everyone? Let's go.
Cool. You guys all start to move. You make your way across the arcane room. You make your way back into the creature room. The creatures...
I cast minor illusion just to make something intimidating float above my head and keep the animals away.
Sure. The creatures at this point, it looks like, have mostly vacated this room. There's one that's kind of, like, still here eating the corpse of another, but the door is now wide open as if all of the creatures went out to do whatever they are going to do.
Yes.
The creature has my focus and is going up to the top of the tower.
Yeah, it's like a magpie.
It's that bird with hands.
You make your way back out to the staircase and up.
As we're walking, I do want to ask Nell, like, if they have any inkling of if their father could have created some sort of spell to imitate them sending, or if this is more likely a Ben traitor situation.
It's not out of the question, but I don't understand why or how they would, or how my father would know to intercept the sending, or why he would try and split you guys up instead of just trying to get all of you.
I don't either, and we didn't hear anything word for word.
And what if Ben just lied?
Yeah.
I think that's what we're looking at.
He's always been very charming.
Yeah, and he is definitely in line with whatever the adventurer's doing. So, this doesn't bode well. That's fucking great.
Nothing has boded well all day.
So let me make sure that I'm telling you guys where you are correctly. So, Finn, when you came down from the top room, you went, like, down one set of stairs, into the, like, gun room, and then from the gun room, it was down another set of stairs. But you remember that there was another exit from the top room that just had a long set of stairs where you didn't, where the gun room, there wasn't an entrance to the gun room. It, like, wrapped around the outside. You guys are on that staircase. You kind of, like, come out onto that staircase, and start making your way up to the top.
Are we currently running towards Malachi's focus or running towards where Ben and the others went?
Yeah, I wasn't sure. You said before the focus was kind of in that direction?
Yeah.
Has it moved over to where we are and that's now a different direction?
It hasn't moved over, it's just moved up.
Okay, so it's the same direction for both.
It's the same direction, yeah.
Okay.
We're all going up.
Okay.
And there's, like, 2 major staircases up to that top room that Finn broke in through.
Right. Okay, I remember this. Okay.
And the other 3 basically were going to go up and around to the other staircase. And that's kind of where you pinged your locate object, is over in that. And now it's like someone is going up that other staircase. And you guys are coming up this staircase.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is some MC Escher bullshit, Hannah.
The descriptions have been confusing. In my defense, it's a magic tower.
It's okay. It's okay.
So you make your way up these stairs, and you kind of find the door to the top room that Finn had originally broken into, is slightly ajar.
Clairvoyance time?
Can we afford to wait that long?
How long does it take? Isn't it just an action?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like every second really counts here.
I want to listen for activity and look for shadows.
Yeah. You guys kind of, like, just barely take a second's pause outside the door. Everybody can roll me perception.
I have a 13, Hannah, to perception.
Okay.
15.
19.
Cool. Malachi, you're the only one who hears, like, the sound of the... Actually, Finn would hear this, too. The door on the other side of this room, like, open and then close, like, pretty quickly. And then you hear, like, a single set of footsteps seem to be walking across the room.
Hannah, I would also like to establish I want to try messaging Alden again.
Yes. You try to message Alden again. Where are you aiming?
Up the stairs, up where I thought he went.
Okay. You don't get an answer.
Like, I don't think he's the one in the room, but I'm not sure if the one in the room is Ben or if it's Retval.
It could be anybody.
Either way, it's someone we should tackle.
I also want to arrange myself, Hannah, so that I'm, like, behind where the door would open. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, so if it's opening, Regin's standing behind it and you don't see him immediately.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you can do that.
Or unless it opens in.
Yeah. No, you can do that.
I am going to cast Heroism on Regin just in case that's Retval.
Cool.
So, we're behind the door. I look at everyone and I'm like, okay, I don't think that's a friend. I put my hand on Regin's shoulder and give it like a momentary squeeze and I'm like, we're getting out of here. And I cast Heroism on Regin, which means that you are imbued with bravery, you cannot be frightened, and you get 4 temp HP at the start of each of your turns.
Oh, that's fun and sexy.
Okay, I push open the door, I suppose, right?
Cool.
Are we all good with that?
Yep.
You push open the door. You guys are in that same top room that Finn had come in. You see the control panels, some of which are smashed, some of which have been messed with, a bunch of broken constructs kind of strewn throughout the room. This one broken window letting in some of the rain from outside, as more of it is up here. The storm seems even more present. This loud rain on the rooftop, these crashes of thunder mixing with the cannon fire still coming up below. You see that there is one other person in this room who has just shut the door behind him and is kind of crossing the room toward the window, but who spins as he sees you guys. You see Ben by himself, kind of spins toward you guys. He is holding in his hands a curious device. It's about the size of a shoebox, made of what looks like bronze. Your eyes are all immediately drawn to the cubes that are set into the sides of it that appear to be somehow powering it. On the top of this box is what looks like a compass, and then also on top of this box, in like a little like glass case, is Malachi's focus. Your holy symbol, the rock, is in this little glass case on top of this weird-looking navigational shoebox. Ben sort of, like, spins, sees all 5 of you, and kind of gives this sort of half smile and is like, "Hi."
I tackle him. Fucking Roman Reigns spear. I fucking go shoulder to the gut.
I try to catch the box in my mage hand if it goes flying.
I need everybody to roll initiative for this.
Do I get a surprise round because he did not start swinging? I started swinging.
No. We'll see if he can react before you.
14 initiative.
Okay.
Also 14.
Okay.
Roll up.
Well, I can just use Finn as higher dex.
Yeah.
I have a 10.
I don't want to go before Regin. I want to see how the tackle goes first.
As we do that first like door opening, and he's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Hey, we found Nell."
Yeah. Cool. Nell actually acts first. They're going to just kind of like slip past you guys into the room and like around the side of the room, basically just kind of like getting toward Ben, but kind of like staying at the edge of the room and not doing anything yet. Ben acts second.
Damn it.
Nani,
God damn.
I need a wisdom saving throw from you with Malachi's aura.
9?
Cool. You feel your body freeze up as you fall under the effect of hold person. And Ben just goes,
"No!
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, hang on. No need for that. I don't want to fight you guys. I'm pretty sure you could all kick my ass, so let's not fight.
Yeah, I kind of want to right now, Ben.
Yeah, no, okay, hey, I can explain.
Can you?
Is hold.
Yeah, Regin, you're held. Finn, it's your turn.
Okay, I hold up a hand glowing with Eldritch Blast, and I say, "Explain!"
You say, "Explain." He sort of like, his eyes are darting between all 5 of you, and he, still holding up his hand, kind of keeping Regin in place, he sort of nods, and he's like, "Okay, sorry about all the duplicity, but I had to get this box, and
You could have just told us.
Could I have, though? The different priorities, we needed to be able to split up. I wasn't sure how much time I had. I just met you guys. This is all beside the point. The real point is that we probably have a minute, maybe 2, before this whole tower goes up. And if you want to get to Alden and Shiloh and get them out of this tower, you can't afford to waste your time talking to or fighting me."
Where are they?
Downstairs, they're fine. Not even unconscious. But they are locked in a room.
Locked by you?
He nods. And kind of
Why was that necessary?
offers like half a shrug. He goes, "Well, Shiloh had some sort of epiphany where she decided that she didn't trust the adventurer anymore, and it seems like it was very ill-timed.
That's my girl.
Thought that I'd be on board with this somehow, and things got a little ugly.
Damn.
Like I said, they're fine."
Where's the room, Ben?
He points to the door he just came through, and he's like, "Go down through there, through the gun room, down another flight, take a left, there's a closet."
Okay, Hopefully those directions check out. I cast Polymorph on Ben and turn him into a snail.
Wow! Okay. Yes! Okay. I have to make a save. Okay.
He's not going anywhere.
What kind of save do I need to make, Andy? Is this
Wisdom?
Okay.
You absolute mad.
He's got a +3 to this. Which, by the way, is not because he has good wisdom, but because he's proficient in the saving throw. Natural 6 comes to a 9. Yeah, he turns into a snail. The box goes clattering to the floor in front of him. Nira, like, starts laughing, and she's like, holy shit.
I said, you grab that. Finn, grab him.
I grab the snail.
Okay, you grab the snail.
I look Nurgle dead in the eye, and I say, this is not food.
Cool.
Nira, if you care at me at all, nothing happens to that box.
Yeah, got it. She grabs the box and is holding it very gently in her hands. It is at this point, as all of you kind of start to move toward the other door, you're an unhold person, Regin, if it matters. Yeah.
Concentration be broken.
As soon as he turns into a snail, the spell drops.
Wait, where'd Ben go?
Oh, Finn's got him.
He's a snail now.
Oh, thank God.
How long does that last, Finn?
An hour.
Ah, plenty of time.
Or until he takes enough damage to drop him out of the form.
Who's gonna harm a poor little snail? Finn, don't crush him.
Nell looks back to the door that you guys just came from and is like, somebody else is coming. Do we want to find out who it is, or do we...
I think we gotta go get them.
Okay.
Unless it's them. We're about to do a Scooby-Doo chase.
Fuck. I want to get this guy. I really want to get this guy. I don't know if we can get this guy.
Do you want to look down the stairs and see who's coming?
Can we?
Yeah.
I will.
Malachi, you kind of like real quick...
I say start going,
Yep.
start going.
Everybody else starts moving across the room. You, Malachi, come to the top of the stairs and are looking down just in time to see the adventurer making her way up the steps. She has her kind of like long cloak sort of billowing behind her, sword at her side, hood down, as she is kind of like coming quickly up the stairs. She sort of like sees you, Malachi, and there's a moment of hesitation as you can sort of clock that she is like trying to figure out at this point where the situation stands.
Finn, you should put the snail in the fish tank.
I don't know. That thing's carnivorous. I don't think that's a safe place to be.
Then it's just going to be Ben again. Hey, Hannah, how far down the stairs is she?
For you to be able to see her, like 20 feet.
I guess I make sort of like a hurry up motion to her as the others are going down the other stair.
Okay, cool. Yeah, make me a deception check.
Well, I do want her to hurry up so I can beat the shit out of her.
It's true.
But it is going to be a 19.
Okay. Okay. You see her sort of like hesitate for a second, and then she will keep coming up the stairs.
Okay. I go back into the room.
So question, would the rest of you have gone through the door, or are you waiting for Malachi?
I trust Malachi enough that I have started running
Okay.
down the stairs.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll be there soon.
Nell went with you guys. Nira is lingering. She's like just outside the door, and she's left it like a crack open and is listening.
Good.
You, Malachi, you and the adventurer, she kind of follows you up into this room and like looks around, and she's like,
As soon as she walks in, I cast Nature's Wrath on her.
cool. What kind of saving throw do I need to make?
Strength
Okay.
or Dex.
Okay. Yeah, I think she fails the saving throw. So you, what's your DC again, just so I can make sure?
15?
Yes, she fails the saving throw and is kind of stuck. And you see these vines, and she kind of looks at you and she's like, all right, what is this?
You tell me.
Well, I appear to be wrapped in vines. We don't have time for this, Malachi.
right.
This entire tower is going to blow.
No, we really don't. You've locked your men downstairs at the behest of Ben, who is safe, by the way. None of this thanks to you.
She sort of like looks. You see, Malachi, that she's genuinely kind of thinking, like what you said doesn't entirely make sense to her, and she sort of like looks at you and nods, and is like, "Where is Ben?"
That does not matter to you.
He's just taking things slow for a while.
He's He's at home.
Really good, guys. Really good.
He's in the building.
She sort of nods and kind of like pulls on the vines around her a little bit.
What's the goal here? I'm not set on being your enemy, but this is not a good look.
The goal here is that the spread of lithios across the ocean is stopped. That's the goal, and I believe that's your goal too, Malachi Kassir, if we understood each other correctly.
Right, except for I haven't given weapons to Retval.
I wouldn't say I gave Retval weapons. There's not. He was creating those himself.
And he's not an artificer.
Where's the device? Have you seen a shoebox-sized thing? Cubes in it?
You keep your cubes in a shoebox?
Not mine. She looks like supremely frustrated.
I can do this all day, but we don't have that kind of time. So I need you to be honest with me, or we're both gonna die in here.
Malachi, you hear another set of footsteps coming up the stairs.
Jesus!
Is this your side piece?
She sort of like looks over her shoulder and she's like, absolutely not. And I think the balance of power in this room is about to get a little bit tipped. And you, Malachi, at this point, see the door, which she had left open behind her. Dr. Retval comes striding up the stairs.
Okay.
And sort of like looks between both of you and is like,
I say, are you with her?
I am not. She's destroying my favorite facility at the moment. And the adventurer goes, well, you kidnapped several of my operatives, so...
Well, you were willing to let them just blow up, so I don't know what's going on here.
We all have quite a few different goals, as it seems. You two seem to be having a discussion of your own, so I will continue on my way.
On your way where? Hold on
to
here.
Just walk around the side of the room toward the other door.
Absolutely fucking not.
Oops, sorry. Excuse me.
I don't know what to do.
I don't think this tower was built so that you have to go up the stairs.
I hate this bitch.
It's just like when you accidentally walk into a heated argument happening in a bathroom during a party.
That's exactly what Retval's doing.
I should have grabbed my holy symbol out that box so I could moonbeam this bitch.
Nira's behind the door, ready to trip him as he walks by.
He's a wizard. He's probably fucking weak shit.
Sorry, no, I think you're part of this conversation.
I don't know, Captain Kassir.
Are you for Lithios, or are you... What's going on?
Whatever you're doing here doesn't seem to concern me.
If she's working with you to stop the spread of Lithios, it seems like you're kind of working in ways unknown to anyone. What does concern you?
The adventurer goes, we are not working together. I needed Dr. Retval to build a very particular device. He has successfully completed it, although now I don't know where it is. And Dr. Retval sort of like...
What, was he gonna, like, FedEx it to you or something?
You see him raise an eyebrow. Malachi, this is news to him. He did not know this. And he looks... Go ahead and make me an insight check.
Yeah. Insight is a 17.
Okay, with a 17, a couple of things I'll tell you. These two do not seem to like each other. Whatever kind of working together they may have been doing, it was not, like, friendly. And Retval seems genuinely surprised by the revelation that she cares about this device that he was building. The adventurer, for her part, does not seem at all concerned about her situation. Despite the vines and the exploding tower and the everything, she
Wonderful.
seems
Okay.
perfectly fine. Retval seems, honestly, to you, a little bit more concerned about the situation. Like, he is very clearly walking with a purpose, and I think if you want to do anything to try to stop him from getting to the other door, we are going to need to roll initiative, because he literally is just like, okay, you two have got it, I'm busy, and is going toward the door that your friends just went out.
Question, if I were to Misty step through that door, would that have to be in initiative, or could I just do it now?
I would let you just do that now.
I don't think I can fight Retval by myself.
I also don't think that.
So,
Cool.
I think I gotta go.
Okay. So you Misty Step through the door.
Through the crack that Nira has opened for me so generously.
Through the crack that Nira has opened. Yeah, you kind of like spot that darkness and Misty Step right through it.
They have that exchange and I go, well, good luck to both of you. I missed you.
You Misty Step
Well, not you.
down the stairs.
About time they got a room.
Nira kind of like, as you come out, is like looking at you with her eyes are huge. She's holding the box.
Run.
Okay,
Run,
she
go,
pulls the door shut behind you guys, and there isn't really anything to like jam it with, and the lock's on the other side, but she will just pull it shut, and then we'll start running down the stairs.
Yeah, we're running.
The two of you start sprinting down the stairs. The rest of you, meanwhile, at this point, have followed the directions. You kind of go through that gun room and kind of like off to the side. Take the left that Ben told you to take into like what looks like a basically like a smaller version of the arcane lab that you were in upstairs. This one is less quote unquote cluttered, just basically less full. But you do see some kind of like arcane implements, and like tools and stuff like that. These all mostly arranged around a like table in the middle, on which there is like a big blank spot kind of in the middle of the table that it looks like something that the size of the shoebox could have been sitting in a few moments before. There is a closet like right next to the, or I guess you can't tell that it's a closet, but there's like a door, and there is a metal rod that is like wedged underneath the doorknob and is like floating in place in the air, basically keeping the door wedged shut.
I message Alden.
You message to right to the other side of that door. What do you say?
Hey, are you in the closet?
Fuck! Yes! Where are you?
I'm out of the closet.
Wow! Congratulations! Can you get us
Thanks,
out?
I'm gonna get you out of the closet.
Can I move the rod?
Finn, make me an Arcana check. Advantage from Nell, who will bonus action give you advantage.
16.
Delightful. You see that there's like a button on the end of this rod that you can click.
I click it.
You click the rod and it immediately like falls out of the air just kind of into your hand.
Wow.
Ooh, I'm keeping this.
Yeah. you tuck the immovable rod wherever you're keeping your other magic items you're carting around.
My pockets are so loud.
And you can just open the door. You see into like basically a straight up like a broom closet, only with like a few like various arcane components and weird looking things. Alden and Shiloh are both kind of like smushed in there, and they immediately step out as the closet opens and look at you guys and sort of like, Ben is...
Yep.
We got Ben.
Yeah, okay, great.
Let's go. We gotta leave.
Perfect. Alden like grabs Nell and just like holds them like really tightly.
Yeah.
And you see Nell kind of like shudders a little bit as if they're like on the verge of tears, and you just kind of like real quick catch Nell go, I'm so sorry, and Alden's like, it's okay, we're getting out of here, it's okay. And yeah, the three of them start to follow you. As they start to follow you out of this lab, Malachi and Nira come careening down the stairs, basically like right into where the rest of them are.
We gotta run.
We go run which way?
Any Retval is up there.
Is there a window in here? Can we just take the carpet and go?
There is not a window in here. So options for directions to run. You could run.
You guys have never seen Malachi run this fast in his entire life. Not even when he was running to the volleyball court.
Yeah, so options for directions to run. You guys could run down toward the battle, which, frankly, at this point, it sounds like you get the sense that AAA won. Like, there is, like, the shouts that you're hearing are less active battle shouts and more, like, placing explosives shouts. You also could run back upstairs, which is where...
That classic sound that everyone knows and can identify.
You know, Finn, because you went through... Sorry. You went through the gun room. That's going to be the nearest window. And that's going to be your fastest exit, would be to go up to that room and out the window.
Ah, shit.
But you also know that presumably there's people coming down the stairs toward you. So
Around the other stair!
to get to the other stairs, you you can't get to them efficiently from where you are. Because there's not, like, another exit from this lab.
Is there anything in this lab that could blow a hole in the wall that we could then leave through?
Not that is immediately evident. You would have to spend time searching it, and then something else would happen.
Should have grabbed a cannon. God be damned.
So we only have 2 options. Down or back up.
Basically, yeah.
I say down, because if AAA has breached, then...
Clearly not all of them knew about what she was planning, which is some... Oh, adventurers up there, by the way, with Retval.
What?
We're going down. We gotta go down.
K-I-S-S-I-N-G!
I didn't stick around to see.
Okay.
I'm gonna scoop up Shiloh and give Shiloh a piggyback so that her little 25-foot run speed...
I will grab whatever makes us faster to leave. I'm so strong right now.
Okay.
I've got a fish tank in one hand and a snail in the other.
I cast Speak with Animals to chat with Ben as we're running.
Hey, fucko.
Hey, wait, do snails have a swim speed?
I don't think snails have a swim
If you put him in the tank, he does.
Okay.
Hey, can he still hold his breath infinitely if he's a snail?
That is a whole bunch of
snails
rules
can.
I would have to look up, that I will not look up right now. Cool. You guys head out into the staircase and start to run downstairs. You get about 2 steps down the stairs when, like, right in front of you guys, and kind of whoever's leading the way has to, like, pull back, as right in front of you guys comes up this wall of, like, whirling golden knives. It is just, like, all these, like, little slivers of radiance that are just, like, whirling in front of you.
Hey, I love this stuff.
You look over your shoulder and you see at the top of the stairs, the adventurer has her hand out as she conjures this wall right in front of you, and she says, I have no...
Do you want us to get out or not?
I have no issue with letting you leave, but I need to know where Ben is, and I need that device. And then we can all get out of here.
Why don't you just let us out now? Then we can all go.
She kind of starts walking down the stairs toward you. And she says, we continue to be on the same side in this. However, I need, in order for this to work the way that it's supposed to work.
What is this?
She kind of shrugs and she's like, when was the last time any of you looked out a window?
It's been a few minutes.
There's a fleet.
We've been in prison.
There's a fleet approaching. We have an audience. Do you know, Malachi Kassir, what real power is?
Physical or metaphorical?
The kind of power that's necessary to defeat Lithios is not a power of spies and subterfuge and a single isolated northern kingdom trying to make a lost stand. The power to stop the spread of this empire needs to be grasped for ourselves, and it's out there. She gestures behind her, just kind of like vaguely eastward, and she goes, out in the farthest reaches of the Lunluma Ocean, there is power that you and I can barely imagine, power that I think you, Mr. Fisher, maybe know a little bit of.
I have an idea.
That's the kind of thing we need to find. Godly power, divine power, the kind of power that exists out in those seas. That is what will let us stop Lithios, and that, as she points at the box that Nira is still holding, is what will let me find it.
Can I try and push my hand through this wall of radiance?
You can. You need to make me a dexterity saving throw.
God damn it, Hannah.
What did you think was gonna happen?
I don't know, Constitution, maybe?
Founding fathers be like.
I rolled a 2, which comes to a 1.
Well, with your aura, so it comes to a whole 5.
Wow, okay.
You take...
With box in hand, I want to say that I grabbed that from Nira as we were running.
Okay. 34 slashing damage.
Okay. Is that all?
Yeah, that's it. You take 34 slashing
Okay.
damage. It does not actually stop your movement. You can push your hand through.
Yeah.
You just take that damage.
Then I'm gonna walk through.
Cool. You step through it
I like back through the wall
with the box in your hand.
and you guys see me instantly like shredded.
Yeah.
Malachi's arms fall off.
Literally, I'm so fine.
Yeah.
I can. Why don't we go and talk about this somewhere else?
Malachi, I will allow an intimidation check.
As he just casually walks through her wall of golden knives, then tells her to go fuck herself.
I didn't say that. And if you guys were my friends, you would come with me.
Yeah, some of us can't take that much damage.
24.
Okay. The
Very good.
other question that I have for you is, is there any world in which Malachi will be handing her this box?
In this building, no.
Okay.
And I mean, unless she's like killing people, I don't know.
Right, but like Malachi is not intending to give it to her until you're like...
If I give this to her, how do I know that all of our people get out of here? She clearly cared more about the box than getting us out.
Got it. Okay.
So right now, this is the only leverage. I'm trying to get people out alive, and if she has the box, I don't know if she's gonna prioritize that.
Cool. She hesitates for a second as you do this, and then she will drop the wall.
I pull Regin and Finn with my other hand, then.
And she kind of like points, and she's like, "Go then. We only have a few minutes."
Which way?
Down. That's
Down!
the exit.
Okay.
You guys start down the stairs. You can make it down to kind of the first floor, which is like, frankly, none of you have really seen it yet because the people who are coming up from the dungeons like snuck around the back and you guys haven't really been there.
Yeah.
You see carnage here. There are like bodies of like various like of Retval's guards. It looks like mostly Retval's guards. You definitely see at least a few people that you know were on your side. But
Or we thought were on our side.
but much more, looks like casualties were heavier on the other side. You also see that there were creatures still kind of scuttling around and flying around. Yeah, just generally like the site of a battlefield. You also see that there are like explosives kind of like planted around here, and what you're hearing from the outside are a lot of people kind of like shouting to each other like, "Get to the ships, get away from the island." As you guys kind of start to emerge from the exterior, basically out the door onto the rocky shores of this island, you see a few things. For one thing, you see that the adventurer was right. There is a fleet of ships flying Lithios' flag that are coming toward the island. They're a ways out yet, but they are definitely like headed to be kind of reinforcements and be here. You also see that like most of AAA's ships have kind of like started to move away, even further away from the island. And kind of like even like the rowboats are all kind of like rowing away. And then the other thing you see is kind of appearing directly in front of the group of you, clearly coming from some sort of magical teleport, is Dr. Retval, still in his lab coat, his glasses, clipboard under his arm and everything, as he sort of like looks at all of you and looks supremely frustrated with the situation at hand and basically goes, "All right, I am having a bad day. You all have caused supreme annoyance in my plans, but it is merely annoyance. My child and I will be leaving now." He's gonna point at Nell and cast a spell.
And I'm gonna counterspell that motherfucker.
Cool. Yes! I do need you to roll, because this is higher than a third level spell.
Yeah, that's the bad part.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I rolled a 3.
Oh. No! Devastating.
Devastating.
Nell needs to make a saving throw. They do get your aura on this.
Regin just ends up kind of twitching and like putting a hand in front of Nell's face. Like, no, you can't see them. You can't do it. If you can't see them.
This is a wisdom saving throw, which they, on their own, add nothing to. Yeah, no. That's a 9, plus Aura gets it to a 13. You see them kind of, like, take a gasp in and a little bit of a stumble back, and you see their eyes sort of go glassy as they are charmed. And it is at this point that we would be rolling initiative. But I think we will go ahead and end the session there and pick up here next time.
Bad news bears!
Wow, that didn't go the way I expected it to.
I thought we'd be fucking out.
You're almost out. This is Mudbath content.
Sweet Jesus.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, thank you all so much for listening. Yeah. If you enjoyed that, which I hope you did, then
I did not.
Then you can find us at other places on the internet. We are at Ship of Fools Cast on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. And you can also find us at patreon.com/shipoffools, where we have lots of fun and cool bonus content, including our bonus campaign Folio, where we all exist in a Shakespearean world that Andy DMs.
New episode just came out.
Yeah, new episode just dropped. And also our after show, where we discuss the events of episodes such as this one.
Woo, boy.
And also our cookbook, where I make food.
Yeah, lots of fun bonus content.
For legal purposes, I would like to disclaim that Noelani will not make the food for you. You have to do that yourself.
Thank you so much to Lucas Mangold for our beautiful theme music. You can find him at lucascarlmusic@gmail.com for all of your music needs.
That's Carl with a K.
And thank you to Theo Golden for our logo art. You can find him at tgoldenart on Instagram. And yeah, thank you for listening. You can find us back with another episode on March 15th. And until then, we will see you on the open seas. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.